We will now turn our attention to methods for environmental education. If we are going to teach environmental education, we have to be aware of how are we going to do it. So methods for investigating climate change and sustainability with children should include a range of visual techniques at which children can excel. See, the environment is all about observation, and so visual skills are important. And visual skills can only be learned if you practice using visual skills. And so, a range of visual techniques should be taught, should be practiced with children so that they can excel at those skills. These include mapping, modeling, community touring with a purpose, and observational techniques that require careful record keeping at home, in the community, and at the school. So some of these visual techniques are mapping. Maps are a good way to learn, and maps are colorful. So using maps, making sure children are aware and accustomed of what different maps mean, what different maps show, is important. Modeling is making models of things. You can even practice earthquakes through models. You just have to be creative. There are ways of doing that. Community touring with a purpose. You don't just aimlessly walk around. You take a tour with a purpose. Purpose is to find where are the garbage dumps in my locality. Why are these garbage dumps overflowing? How many more garbage dumps should be placed and where? Where is the open nala and what can we do so that it does not overflow during the monsoon rainy season and so on? So you take a tour. It's a visual activity. You take a tour with a purpose. Observational techniques that demand record keeping. When you're looking for animals, if you're working with endangered species, if you're looking at depletion of animals or account of, there used to be so many, we haven't seen any. Why? So this kind of record keeping is also a visual activity. And the record keeping is at home, at school, and in the community. So again, it needs to filter out of the school. Taking a tour of the school grounds is not going to help. You need to get out of the school. You need to take a local tour of the area around and see. So providing young people with visual activities and opportunities to see and observe and get first-hand information for themselves is essential. The most common approaches used for children in the exploration of the environment are: mapping is one of the most important methods to help children understand how to reconstruct their physical environment. We talk of hills, we talk of plains, we talk of valleys, we talk of rivers and ponds and pools and all that. How do we transfer all that on paper? How do we make a map? Why do we need to make a map? Because you need to know. When disaster hits, you need to know there is this pool, there is this deep pit here that can be used to store water or this or that. And that's why young people need to be equipped with mapping skills so that they can then use those skills in order to find solutions. Even young children can create revealing maps with some support. In terms of climate change, children can develop maps that identify dangerous and safe locations in their community, best routes for safe evacuation, and environmental hazards such as garbage, quicksand, and wells. So the mapping skills not only equip children with creativity, but they also help children associate. These are safe places, these are dangerous places. If a natural calamity strikes, this is the route to take. This is a safe route. Don't go from that route. And they need to create those maps in advance, distribute them to the appropriate and right people, and tell them, when this happens, if this happens, this is what you need to do. So it's a skill, again, that young people can incorporate in their learning. Maps can also show locations of play areas and highlight different types of play. Children like to play, they need spaces, they need grounds, they need to release their energy. and no better place than the grounds, why should children release their energies in the classroom? Because then they become discipline problems. So identify those areas where in your locality, in your community, in your immediate surroundings are open spaces, safe, where children can actually play and release their excess energies.